Rest Best pit report time, and it's always a good sign in ANDRA Top Fuel when you're packing the chutes as the driver, because Dobbo, it means you're going another round.
It sure does, mate. We're proud to take Sando's rocket ship to the semi-finals. We're looking forward to it.
What about the fact that you had to take on, I guess, the POM driving a Sando car? Was there a mixture of emotions after what they've been through at the last round?
Mate, I just thought that one of Sando's cars is going through the next round, so I was sort of happy for him, whichever way it really turned out.
What about the car this weekend? It looks like you guys are making some progress with this machine.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we're starting to get back into the sort of the zone now, and we're all got about 8,000 horsepower each. All the top teams here. So yeah, it's just trying to get the balance strategy right, really.
Some big numbers in Top Fuel this weekend. I'm sure you want to crank some big ones too.
Yeah, mate. We're looking forward to it. I want to get out the back door and go over that 500km/h roller coaster out the back door. So I'm looking forward to a big ride this time.
Talking about big rides, I've got to say that Phil Reed had a big one, and Chad Nailon's with him right now.
Thanks, Dean. And the man who's going to be shaping up against Allan Dobson is right now, right here, Phil Reed. Were you chasing a national record on that last run?
Yeah, the track was a little loose on the top end, so it moved left and moved right. It's like drifting. You just drift left, drift right, try and keep it through the centre, and 300 mile an hour. It's pretty exciting. But 401, Snap-on, Fuchs wins. All my great sponsors that we're going again round, so we're building on the championship points. So hopefully we can come away with a win, get past Dobbo, then hopefully meet my teammate in the final.
Discovering the machinery behind the mayhem of a 7,000 horsepower nitro top fuel dragster. Yep, it's another Snap-on Tech Talk, and we're with the crew chief of Jim Reed Racing, Bruce Reed. Bruce, I guess the nitromethane fuel these cars use is an interesting topic to itself.
Well, it is, Dean, because most people are a little bit agog at how much fuel these cars actually use. When the car leaves the start line, this fuel pump is passing 200 litres a minute through this valve, and somewhere out on the course of the run, it's actually upwards of nearly 270 litres a minute, ably backed up by our supercharger here, which is pumping nearly in the vicinity of 55 PSI, or pounds per square inch, on the run.
It's springtime and it's time for Top Fuel at Queensland's Willowbank Raceway. It's ANDRA Championship drag racing, and this is Phil Reed in the very tough Auto 1 entry, taking on the fireman from Western Australia. There's an awesome onboard shot. And I've got to say, Chad Nailon, those NZ reaction times are going to be pretty important here with two top-line races.
Yeah, well, Allan Dobson was definitely one of the main runners when it came to the big reaction times last year. I was averaging out some of the reaction times, and his was a few hundredths better than Phil Reed's on average, but he may have bitten off a bit more he can chew because he is the Australian champion. And, well, he appeared in 7 of the 8 finals last year, Dean, and there was a reason for that.
Well, he's a back-to-back-to-back champ. We're talking about, of course, Phil Reed, the son of a drag racing icon in this country, but I've got to say, Allan Dobson and the Uplift Cranes entry. And speaking of cranes, look at that shot. Beautiful shot of the crew working on that car.
Yes, just getting a new layer of rubber to lay down onto the strip. And let's see if Dobbo can take it to the Jim Reed Racing banner.
I've got to say, the conditions cooling off, the track conditions, the track temperature. Well, the track conditions are fantastic, Chad, but the track temp's starting to dive a little bit, a little tricky.
Getting cool out there. Dobbo's into pre-stage, he's ready.
Well, Phil Reed had the reaction time, but Dobbo has a win in a spectacular race. Check out the onboard footage in our Harley-Davidson replay. Bang goes the supercharger for Phil Reed. That was his big problem. Check this out.
That is unbelievable. Dobbo getting thrown around. That thing was always going to win that race. Even though the chutes are out, he still managed to get a 4.9 in. That is unbelievable racing. Stamatis through for a bet-out. Semi-final action at ANDRA. Top Fuel is absolutely going off.
Oh, I'm still getting over that semi-final. You don't have to see world-class performances, Chad, in elapsed times and speeds to be overwhelmed by the experience of ANDRA Championship drag racing. That's as good as it gets.
I'm still getting over supercharger cam. How about that? The butterfly is wide open on Phil Reed's Auto 1 rocket as that thing popped itself to bits. That was unbelievable. The boys go to work on Stamatis. There we go, riding over the top of the Filippo. And he has a big task because, as we were talking about earlier, Stamatis is just unbeatable at the moment.
He's had those beautiful fluffy header flames all weekend so far in qualifying. Very, very consistent. Almost a bracket car, but De Filippo there is a buzz in the pits and a lot of respect. He's a former Australian champion in this eliminator, and he can deliver the De Filippo performance exhaust entry against the billview.com.au entry.
De Filippo just about to bump into stage.
Oh, can't wait for this one. Huge NZ hole shot to De Filippo, but Stamatis takes the win, tosses the blower belt. I think we're going to check this one out on the Harley-Davidson replay. Wow, how brutal's that, Chad?
That is unbelievable. Who would have thought you could put a camera there? We'll cast our eyes over to De Filippo. He did a great job. He beat him on the tree. He did everything he could, but it just let go.
It's going to be two Wild West Aussies in ANDRA Top Fuel. Let's see how they go after the break.